On the 24th of February, 2022, Russia invaded Ukraine, igniting a devastating war that would become Europe's largest and deadliest conflict since World War II. This escalation was an extension of the ongoing confrontation between Ukraine and Russia, which had been simmering since 2014. As of 2025, Russian forces held about 20% of Ukraine's territory, displacing millions of its citizens. By February 2022, Russia had assembled a significant military presence along Ukraine's borders and issued demands to the West, including a ban on Ukraine ever joining NATO. Denying plans for an attack, Russian President Vladimir Putin announced a special military operation claiming it was to protect the Russian-backed separatist regions of Donetsk and Luhansk in eastern Ukraine. These regions had been fighting against Ukrainian forces since 2014, and Putin's justification for invasion was rooted in irredentist and imperialist views that challenged Ukraine's sovereignty, as well as baseless claims of Ukrainian government-led genocide against the Russian minority. Russian forces launched attacks on multiple fronts from Belarus towards Kiev, from Crimea, and from the Donbas and Kharkiv regions. In response, Ukraine declared martial law, enacted general mobilization, and severed diplomatic ties with Russia. As the conflict unfolded, Russian troops retreated from the outskirts of Kiev by April 2022, leaving behind a chilling atrocity in Bucha. Meanwhile, in the southeast, Russia took Mariupol after a brutal siege and continued to target both military and civilian infrastructure far from the front lines. In late 2022, Ukraine made significant progress with counteroffensives in the south and east, liberating most of Kharkiv Oblast. In response, Russia illegally annexed 4 partly occupied provinces. By November, Ukrainian forces had reclaimed Kherson, and by June 2023, they launched another counteroffensive in the southeast but experienced limited gains. The war's toll on Russia has been significant, with costs exceeding US $450 billion. The invasion drew global condemnation, with the United Nations General Assembly voting to condemn it and demand Russian withdrawal.